Did you know that most strokes and heart attacks in seniors don't happen during the day? They strike at night while you're sleeping. When your home is quiet, your eyes are closed, and you believe you're safe, your blood pressure might be quietly climbing to dangerous levels without any warning signs. And here's what truly shocked me. As a brain doctor who spent years studying how the body works during sleep, there's something incredibly common in your home, something you likely use every single night that's silently pushing your blood pressure higher while you sleep. It doesn't come in a pill bottle, it doesn't have a warning label, but its effects on your nervous system stronger than most people realize. In fact, I've seen this one habit, seemingly harmless, double the risk of nighttime hypertension in older adults, and most cardiologists don't even mention it. So if you've ever woken up feeling strangely tired, noticed your heart pounding in the early morning, or felt dizzy when getting out of bed, you need to ask yourself, why is your blood pressure fine during the day, but spiking after dark? Could there be something in your nighttime routine quietly working against your heart and brain? I don't say this to scare you, I say it because I've seen what happens when it's ignored. And the good news is, once you understand what's really going on, you can take back control tonight without any medication. If you're over 60 or care for someone who is, stay with me. What you learn in the next few minutes could protect your heart, your brain, and maybe even save your life. Let me ask you a simple question. When do you check your blood pressure? Morning? Afternoon? Maybe after a doctor's visit? Most people do, and it seems logical, right? But here's the problem. Blood pressure doesn't sleep when you do. It's like a shadow. It follows you quietly into the night. And for many seniors, that's exactly when it becomes the most dangerous. We call it nocturnal hypertension, a silent spike in blood pressure during the night that often goes completely unnoticed. No pounding chest, no warning headache, no alarm bells ringing, just you, asleep, while your arteries tighten like a coiled spring. And here's the truly chilling part. For many older adults, this is the first sign of trouble, a rise in blood pressure that only appears after dark, like a thief slipping in through the back door. You might wake up with a strange heaviness in your chest, or maybe a dull headache, or feel slightly dizzy when standing up. But you brush it off. It's just age. It's the weather. It's nothing. But what if it's not nothing? What if these subtle signs are your body screaming through a whisper, trying to tell you that your blood pressure is climbing when you're most vulnerable? And here's something most doctors don't tell you. Nighttime blood pressure is a stronger predictor of stroke, heart failure, and even dementia than daytime readings. It's not just a number. It's a story about your blood vessels, your heart, and your brain. So if your doctor says your blood pressure is fine during the day, but you're still tired, groggy, or waking up with brain fog, don't assume you're safe, because the real danger might be waiting until after sunset. Coming up in just a moment, I'll show you the unexpected daily habits that could be silently fueling your nighttime hypertension, and how one simple lifestyle change could help you start lowering your blood pressure naturally at home, without medication. But before we move on, if this is speaking to you or someone you love, tap the like button to let us know you're here. It helps this video reach more seniors who might be at risk and not even realize it. Now, let's talk about why nighttime blood pressure is not just a number, but a warning sign your body wants you to hear before it's too late. Imagine your heart as a gentle engine. All day it works hard, pumping, adjusting, responding to stress. Nighttime is supposed to be its moment of rest, a time when your body lowers the pressure, letting your vessels relax like flowers folding in the moonlight. But for millions of seniors, that peace never comes. Instead, their heart keeps racing in the dark, pushed by invisible forces, like a car left running all night with no one at the wheel. This isn't just bad sleep, it's a ticking time bomb. You see, when your blood pressure stays high at night, or worse, rises even higher than during the day, your body loses its natural rhythm. The vessels in your brain are under constant tension, Your heart works overtime, and your kidneys quietly take the hit. And here's what that means in real life. Receptions of stroke skyrockets, especially those that happen in the early morning hours before you even open your eyes. Your heart can suffer silent damage, tiny tears in the arteries that grow over time. Instead, to slow down, yes, nighttime hypertension has been linked to memory loss and early dementia. Let that sink in. That feeling of waking up groggy, foggy-headed, and emotionally drained, that's not just getting older. It might be your brain waving a red flag, begging for help. And for many people, there were no dramatic symptoms, just subtle whispers, a stiff neck, restless night, a racing heart in the dark. These are all blood pressure symptoms seniors often overlook. Now, the good news? You can change this. Not with another pill, not with a complicated medical device, but with simple, science-backed lifestyle changes for high blood pressure that you can do right at home. In fact, in just a minute, I'll reveal the one unexpected trigger that shocked me and may be raising your blood pressure while you sleep, even if you think you're doing everything right. But first, let me tell you about the common habits most seniors do every evening. Mistakes that seem harmless, but silently spike your nighttime blood pressure. Stay with me, because what comes next might explain why your body still feels tired, even after a full night's sleep. You might be doing everything right during the day, eating healthier, taking your medication, going for a walk. But then evening comes, and without even realizing it, you undo all the progress. Let me show you how. Habit number 1, the comfort snack trap. It's 9 p.m. You want a little treat. Maybe some chips, a pickle, a microwaved frozen dinner. But here's the thing. Even a small dose of hidden sodium before bed can send your blood pressure climbing like a balloon in a storm. Remember, your body doesn't burn it off during sleep. Instead, that salt pulls water into your blood vessels, adding pressure, just as your heart is trying to rest. Habit number 2, scrolling before sleep. You're lying in bed, phone in hand, scrolling Facebook or watching the news. But that screen? It's not just keeping you awake. The blue light it emits shuts down melatonin, the hormone that tells your heart and blood vessels to relax. Think of melatonin as nature's blood pressure whisperer, and we're silencing it every night with glowing rectangles. Habit number 3, 1 glass of wine. You've heard a glass of red wine is good for the heart, right? Well, not at night. Alcohol interferes with your body's ability to regulate blood pressure during sleep. Instead of winding down, your nervous system gets revved up, just when it should be resting. And for seniors over 60, this effect is magnified. What was once harmless now becomes a trigger. These are the blood pressure symptoms you don't see right away. You feel them the next morning. Tired but wired, brain fog, tension in heart when you stand up, or worst of all, that crushing headache that hits like a wave. And yet, you'd never connect those things to the snack, screen, or sip the night before. But in the next section, I'll reveal the most surprising nighttime trigger of all. Something so common, so overlooked, it shocked me when I found out what it does to the brain and arteries after dark. And here's the best part. It's totally fixable, with simple lifestyle changes for high blood pressure that you can start tonight. So, if you've been wondering how to lower blood pressure naturally at home, don't go anywhere. What you'll learn next could change your sleep, your pressure, and maybe even your future. So, what is this hidden trigger? What could possibly raise your blood pressure while you sleep, even when you're doing everything else right? Let me take you back to one of my patients, Mrs. Richardson, 68 years old. She ate well, walked daily, took her medications on time, but still she woke up every morning with ringing in her ears, a racing heartbeat, and pressure in her temples. Her daytime blood pressure? Normal. But her nighttime readings? Dangerously high. When we looked closer, we found the surprising link: artificial light exposure at night. More specifically, the bedroom light she left on while sleeping. It wasn't bright, just a small LED nightlight. But even that faint glow, especially blue or white light, was enough to throw off her brain's internal clock. That's because light at night doesn't just affect sleep. It confuses the part of the brain that regulates your blood vessels. You see, your body is designed to lower blood pressure naturally at night, a natural dipping effect. But when your brain still thinks it's daytime, thanks to light, it keeps the pressure elevated, like a watchman refusing to leave his post. Think of it like this. Your arteries are meant to relax at night, like a garden hose that's turned off. But the light tells the brain, we're still working. So the pressure keeps flowing non-stop all night. And it doesn't stop there. Studies from Harvard and the NIH show that even dim light while sleeping is linked to bile nighttime blood pressure, disturbing heart rate variability, bile raised risk of stroke and cognitive decline in older adults. Mrs. Richardson didn't believe it at first, but the night she turned off the light completely and switched to blackout curtains, her morning symptoms vanished in 3 days. In 2 weeks, her nighttime blood pressure dropped by over 12 points. No new pills, no new diet, just darkness. Here's the lesson. Sometimes the most powerful medicine isn't a medication at all. It's in the simple changes you make to your environment, especially when it comes to protecting your brain and heart after dark. So tonight, before you crawl into bed, look around your room. Is there a glowing clock? A TV standby light? A hallway light creeping in through the door? Because that soft glow might just be the silent force keeping your blood pressure elevated every night. In the next section, I'll give you a simple checklist of nighttime lifestyle changes for high blood pressure, a natural routine you can follow starting tonight to support healthy blood pressure while you sleep. And remember, if this is helping you or someone you care about, tap the subscribe button and share this with a loved one. You might just save a life. Now that you know what might be pushing your blood pressure up at night, let's talk about what you can do starting tonight to bring it back down. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a new prescription. What you need is a ritual. A simple calming rhythm that tells your heart, your brain, and your blood vessels, it's safe to relax now. You can let go. Let me walk you through a 4-step nighttime routine that's been shown to support lower nighttime blood pressure naturally, right at home. Step 1. Dim the lights. Set the tone. 2 hours before bed, turn off overhead lights and switch to soft amber lamps or candles. Think of your brain like a sunset sensor. It follows light cues. When you dim your environment, you're telling your nervous system to shift gears, from fight and flight to rest and digest. If you keep lights bright, your body keeps pumping pressure through your veins, just like it's noon. Bonus tip: get blackout curtains. You'll be amazed how deeply your body rests in true darkness. Step 2. The pressure calming snack. About an hour before bed, reach for a small natural snack that relaxes your blood vessels. Some great options. Gaff a banana with a spoon of peanut butter. Kiwi slices naturally boost serotonin and melatonin. A handful of pumpkin seeds, rich in magnesium. Avoid anything salty, processed, or sugary. Those are landmines for your blood pressure. These foods support magnesium and potassium balance, key minerals that relax artery walls and reduce nighttime blood pressure spikes. Step 3. Breathing as medicine. Right before bed, sit comfortably and do 4-7-8 breathing for just 2-3 minutes. Here's how. 1. Exhale through your nose for 4 seconds. 2. Pretend your breath for 7 seconds. 3. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. 4. Repeat 4 to 6 times. This activates your vagus nerve, slows your heart rate, and tells your arteries everything is okay. You can soften. Research shows this breathing pattern lowers systolic blood pressure and improves sleep quality in older adults.
Step 4. Clear your mind. Lighten your heart. Instead of watching the news or scrolling your phone, spend your final 15 minutes doing something that calms, not stimulates. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Listen to soft music. Do gentle stretching or prayer. Read a printed book, not on a screen. Remember, stress is a form of pressure too, and it doesn't disappear just because your eyes are closed. This simple routine isn't magic, but when done consistently, it can transform how your body rests, heals, and restores overnight. In fact, many seniors who follow this report: fewer blood pressure symptoms in the morning, deeper sleep, less reliance on medication over time. And yes, it's one of the easiest ways to start lowering blood pressure naturally at home. Coming up next, we'll talk about the role of sleep posture, medication timing, and sleep duration, and how just one small adjustment in how or when you sleep could significantly change your blood pressure pattern at night. But before we move on, here's your gentle CTA. If you found this routine helpful, let us know in the comments. What's one thing you'll try tonight to calm your pressure naturally? And don't forget to share this video with someone you love, especially if they've been waking up tired, foggy, or worried about their heart. Now that your environment is set and your routine is calming, let's talk about 3 small tweaks that can make a big difference in how your blood pressure behaves while you sleep. 1. Sleep position. How you lie affects how you flow. Believe it or not, the way you sleep can directly affect blood circulation and pressure levels. Research suggests that sleeping on your left side may be ideal for older adults with high blood pressure. Why? Because it relieves pressure on the main blood vessels, especially the aorta and vena cava, allowing blood to flow more freely. Think of it like laying a garden hose on a gentle slope versus pinching it under a rock. One lets the water flow smoothly. The other builds pressure. If you're used to sleeping on your back and waking up with headaches, tightness in your chest, or a pounding pulse, try switching sides tonight. It might feel strange at first, but your arteries will thank you. 2. Sleep timing when you sleep matters just as much as how your body has a natural rhythm called the circadian cycle. It expects sleep at a certain window, ideally between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Sleeping too late throws off hormone regulation, particularly melatonin and cortisol, both of which influence blood pressure. Late nights aren't just a bad habit. For someone over 60, they can lead to irregular blood pressure patterns and poor kidney function. Set a wind-down alarm 1 hour before bed, just like a child's bedtime routine. Adults need structure too, especially when the heart is aging. 3. Medication timing. Are you taking it at the right time? Most people take their blood pressure meds in the morning by habit, but studies show that shifting your dose to the evening may improve nighttime control and reduce the risk of heart attack or stroke. Of course, always talk to your doctor first before making changes. But this small adjustment can support your body's natural pressure dip during sleep, especially if you've been experiencing blood pressure symptoms at night, like restless sleep, palpitations, or morning headaches. This one change might offer huge relief. And here's what's next. We're almost to the end. But there's one more story I want to share with you. A senior who struggled for years with nighttime spikes until she made just a few of these simple shifts, and everything changed. It's a powerful reminder that small changes in how you sleep, eat, and breathe at night can change your mornings forever. So, don't go anywhere. The final story may inspire your own. Let me ask you this. What if the most dangerous part of your day isn't when you're active, moving, or stressed, but when you're lying still, eyes closed, under a blanket, completely unaware? That's what makes nighttime blood pressure so dangerous. There's no alarm, no flashing light, just a slow, silent rise in pressure, stretching your arteries, straining your heart, fogging your brain, and while you're dreaming, your blood vessels might be fighting a battle you don't even know is happening. That's why it matters, because high blood pressure isn't just a daytime problem, and it's not just about numbers. It's about what those numbers are doing to your future. You don't need a complicated plan, just a few gentle lifestyle changes for high blood pressure, a new rhythm before bedtime, a darker room, a slower breath, a softer meal, a bit more awareness, and a bit less stress. That's how you begin to lower blood pressure naturally at home. That's how you protect your heart and your peace of mind starting tonight. If you've been experiencing blood pressure symptoms like early morning headaches, restless sleep, or a racing heart, please don't ignore them. Drop us a comment below. What stood out to you the most today? What will you change in your routine tonight? And if you found this helpful, send it to someone you love. You never know whose life it might quietly protect. Because as a brain doctor, I can promise you, sometimes it's not the big things that save us. It's the small things we finally start paying attention to. Let me end with a story. Her name was Elaine. She was 72, a retired school teacher from Minnesota. Soft-spoken, kind, the type who always brought cookies to her grandkids' soccer games. But behind her gentle smile, Elaine was struggling. She kept waking up with a pounding heart, heavy head, and a fog she couldn't shake off. Her doctor told her that her blood pressure looked fine during the day, but something wasn't right. So we looked deeper, and sure enough, her nighttime blood pressure was rising dangerously high while she slept. Elaine didn't need more medication. What she needed was a pause. She changed her bedtime routine. No more late-night news. Switched to soft amber lighting. Did deep breathing before bed. Ate a banana and some pumpkin seeds instead of crackers. And she finally turned off the glowing clock by her bed. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't complicated, but in 3 weeks, her sleep improved, her morning headaches disappeared, and her nighttime pressure dropped by over 15 points. I didn't know peace could feel like this again, she told me. You see? It's not too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, your body is still listening, still responding, still waiting for you to give it the right signals. So start tonight. Choose just one small thing to shift, because sometimes that's all it takes to set a new direction. And if this video helped you, let it help someone else. Click share, tap subscribe, and join us here on Senior Health Guide, where we're building a stronger heart, a sharper mind, and a better night's sleep, one video at a time. Thank you for watching. Sleep well. And remember, you're not powerless against high blood pressure, especially at night.